The Michigan primaries are almost here, and while it looks like 45th President Donald Trump will be the clear winner of that primary, Joe Biden may have a tougher time winning the state's Democrat delegates. Many Michigan Democrats are now rallying to abandon Biden over his handling of the Israel-Hamas war. Here to unpack this is the author of America's Last Stand, Will You Vote to Save or Destroy America in 2024, Drew Allen. Drew, thanks for coming on today.
Good to be with you.
All right, so there's now a growing number of Michigan voters and elected officials who plan to vote uncommitted during Tuesday's primary. Do you know if there's enough momentum in the state where Democrats wouldn't turn out for Joe Biden? Could he actually end up losing the race in Michigan?
No, I think that they've got it pretty much determined and set up so that he will take Michigan in the end. Look, there's unbelievably low enthusiasm for Joe Biden in general in the Democrat Party. In fact, most people don't want him to be the nominee, but they're saying, to heck with that, we're going to do it anyway. But I mean, think about this. Most of the attention seems to be focused on the Republican Party and, all this friction, about Trump. But really, there's far more unity in the Republican Party right now behind Trump than there is behind Biden. You've got Rashida Tlaib going around telling voters not to vote uncommitted, like you're pointing out, instead of for Joe Biden to show him their dissatisfaction because he won't support the terrorists known as Hamas.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Biden has even had to deploy Democrats like Ro Khanna and Debbie Dingell to do damage control on Rashida Tlaib's antics. Because Democrats seem to have like this problem when it comes to the Israel-Hamas war, and they've had this for years now. We've seen Joe Biden try to, walk the tightrope on this. He's tried to negotiate for more hostage releases while also levying sanctions against Israelis in the West Bank. How do Democrats remedy this? Will they eventually just become the party of Hamas?
Yeah, I think they're already there. Look, they have bent the knee on every other issue to the radical left. I mean, that controls the Democrat Party right now. I mean, this is the party of Obama. I mean, it's the party of Marxism in America right now. And I mean, look, there are a lot of Democrats that are waking up. I don't know what took them so long, but they're sitting here saying, wait a second, how did we get here? But it's happened pretty quick. And absolutely, I mean, look, Joe Biden's in a position. You've got people that are afraid to come out in support of Israel right now. That was not a problem for the Democrats in the past. So, yeah, I mean, Rashida Tlaib and these people do have a stranglehold on them, and they forced the Democrat Party essentially to bend the knee to this radical wing that supports Hamas over Israel. It's shocking because, it's hurting them as Democrats because whether it's Jewish supporters or rational Democrats, this is that one issue that's waking them up and saying, this might be the single issue that will force me to abandon the Democrat Party because I cannot agree with this fact that we're going to support Hamas over Israel.
Well, I mean, we're seeing that in the polls right now, particularly among Jewish voters. Some of them even in New York now. I think there's a majority who are now coming out and saying that they'd rather vote for Trump than Biden. Do you think the infighting is so bad that it could split the Democrat vote in places like Michigan and Minnesota and a lot of these other Midwestern states where Donald Trump could actually clear the field in the general election?
Yeah, I think so. Look, as we get closer to November, I mean, even though we have a lot of certainty that Trump's going to be the nominee, a lot of people are waiting until the last minute to really make up their minds. So they're kind of postponing the inevitable confrontation of the gravity of this election and what it means and what they're going to do. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of these Democrats, kind of the Reagan Democrats, if you will, and the same kind of blue collar Democrats that actually have supported Trump as well, I think they will, at the end of the day, either not show up and vote at all, which is to Trump's benefit, or they'll actually support Trump because they'll start to remember, too, what it was like under Trump. Because remember, we've lived under both these administrations. So if you're just honest with yourself and you ask the Reagan question, am I better off today than I were 4 years ago? If you ask, am I better off under Biden than Trump? No one can objectively say they're better off under Biden. And people are starting to reject, I think, the propaganda from the media that tells you, you got charged $200 at the grocery store, and the media says you've never had it better.
All right. Well, Drew Allen, author of America's Last Stand, Will You Vote to Save or Destroy America in 2024? It was great to talk with you today.
Same.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.